Welcome to another Splatoon 2 video on the channel. Now what you have seen me do on the channel is do my Your Theories series, and what I want to do in this video is give my final predictions and my final theories for what I think will be happening in the Octo expansion before E3. So this video I will be giving my final theories. Now what you will hear in this video is some of the theories that I did feature in my Your Theories series, but because I have featured them in my Your Theories series, I have thought about those theories like quite a lot, and I now feel that some of your theories will actually happen in the DLC, so you will hear your theories in this video. But pretty much what I have done is wrote down my final theories. So what I will be doing in this video is just reading out what I think will be happening in the Octo expansion. So let's just get on with it. So the first section is to set up my theory, and it is set between Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2. So this is my final theory on what will be happening in the DLC. Captain Cuttlefish was suspicious of Mr. Grizz when his business popped up in Inkopolis Square, so he wanted to investigate Mr. Grizz. He noticed that Mr. Grizz made the same journey time and time again to the underground with golden eggs, so Captain Cuttlefish asked Agent 3 to accompany him to the underground, and this is the research trip that we did hear about in the Sunken Scroll. They discover that Grizz was a contractor working for the Octarians to get the golden eggs to power the underground labs. The Octarians needed all the power they can get hold of, but couldn't steal the golden eggs from the Salmonids as they are close friends, so got Mr. Grizz to steal the golden eggs and to pin it onto the Inklings. The Octarians needed as much power as possible to power up the labs, where they are disinfecting Octarians and Octolings that heard Calamari incantation, which broke through the effects of DJ Octavio's brainwashing music. The disinfection or the desanitization process turns Octolings and Octarians green. That shows the process is working and the Octarians are being brainwashed again. Their free will is slowly being taken away. They are losing their identity, they are losing their personality and their ability to think for themselves. Captain Cuttlefish and Agent 3 discover Agent 8 in a test tube going through the disinfection process. They managed to stop the process before it fully completed, but as a result, Agent 8 lost her memories, and this is when the Octo expansion DLC starts. This is when we will be able to play the Octo expansion. The goal of Octo expansion is to somehow save as many Octolings and Octarians as possible, whilst escaping to Inkopolis from the Octarians to escape being brainwashed. Test facilities, which are the levels that we will be playing on, are simulations that are being used to test the disinfected Octarians and Octolings to see if they are being brainwashed. All the levels are part of the brainwashing process. All the levels are put in place by Octarians to capture any loose stragglers trying to escape. Now that is as far as I got in terms of writing down my final theories. Let's talk about my theories in terms of the final boss. Now I talked about Mr. Grizz being the contractor, but I think Mr. Grizz is behind everything. I think Mr. Grizz came up with the desanitization process, and I think Mr. Grizz is an Octarian, so I think Mr. Grizz will be the final boss. I don't think there will be an Agent 7, so that is my final theory on what will be happening with the Octo expansion. Parts of it will be set between Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2, but of course the research trip we did hear about in Splatoon 2, so I think parts of it is set in between the first and second game, but most of it is set at the same time as the second game. Now that is what I thought until we got the screenshot of Agent 3, which has sort of got me rethinking my final theories, just because I sort of believe what you guys are saying, and that is that Agent 3 will represent the final test for Agent 8 to pass to get to Inkopolis. So maybe both things could happen. Maybe Mr. Grizz will be the final boss, but Agent 8 has to get past Agent 3 to get to Inkopolis. Maybe Agent 3 doesn't necessarily trust Agent 8, so she is the final test for Agent 8 to pass to get to Inkopolis. Maybe both things could happen within the DLC, so maybe you do come up against Mr. Grizz, and when you do defeat Mr. Grizz, you will shut down the whole desanitization process, but then you still got one more boss to sort of take on, and that is Agent 3, and then you will be able to escape to Inkopolis. Or maybe I've got the whole sort of test facilities all wrong. Maybe Captain Cuttlefish and Agent 3 set up the whole test facilities, and pretty much they are being used to test Agent 8 to see if Agent 8 can be trusted in Inkopolis. So I'm kind of not sure what to believe at this moment in time, but that is pretty much my final predictions. I can't really pick between the two, so I'm going to let you guys come up with your theories in the comment section below. I can't decide between the two. I can see both things happening. So yeah, that's just my final theories for what I think will be happening in the Octo expansion. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. We don't have long to wait to find out what will be happening in the DLC. I think we will be getting a new trailer at E3, and I think it will reveal some new stuff about the story in the Octo expansion. So we don't have long to find out whether both of my theories are correct, but hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Like what I said at the start, this video definitely did incorporate a lot of your theories in this video, and yeah, I definitely did enjoy reading a lot of your theories. I really did enjoy making that series, and that did influence and inspire this video, so I'd just like to thank you all for that. But that is it for this video, and I will see you in the next video.